Recently, a constituent reached out to me. Her daughter had had an epileptic seizure. She called the ambulance and she had to wait for 4 hours. That's not an isolated incident. Response times for ambulances are too long, especially in rural areas. And due to staffing shortages, the service depends on workers on non-rostered overtime. This is particularly acute in the southwest. And incredibly, instead of finding a solution to this, the HSE management decided to slash the ambulance service across the region. For example, no cover in Skibbereen on a Monday, none in Castletownbere on a Tuesday, the list goes on. So it's welcome that the Minister for Health actually intervened to prevent that, but the initial problem remains. The HSE say they don't have the funding to pay overtime for these shifts and that there's no extra staff available to work for them. So, Minister, until funding and staff are provided, there's no certainty about the future of the ambulance service across the southwest. This leaves people in danger and it is extremely unfair on ambulance staff.
Thank you, Deputy.
Minister, will you ensure that the necessary funding is provided for the National Ambulance Service to be able to do their job?
Thank you. Minister.
Thank you, Deputy, for raising that matter, and I'm sorry to hear of the obvious distress that would have been caused to your constituent and that they had to contact you in relation to it. From a funding point of view, we are providing and will continue to provide record levels of funding to the Health Service Executive. And the funding that was provided to do them for this year and next year is a very comprehensive attempt by the government to ensure that our health services are well funded in the context of growing demand. I know Minister Donnelly is aware of that issue in relation to ambulance services. Pardon me?
To address the staff shortages?
Well, the funding is coming from government to recruit more and more people for the HSE.
Minister.
And I will ensure that Minister Donnelly is aware of this matter. I believe that he is, given that it was referenced in the Dáil last week, but I'll do so again.
Deputy.